This one inexpensive ingredient fixes wrinkles, pigmentation, and pores, and it's not retinol. What's so misunderstood is what's aging most people. It is not deep wrinkles or sagging skin like you think right now. It's actually something more subtle, something we don't even have a name for in most skincare routines. I call it skin noise. Keep this picture here in mind. We're coming back to it. It demonstrates skin noise very well. Think blotchiness, dullness, uneven loss of tone that creates the illusion of skin aging. You see, many people come in to see me thinking they need a lift or filler. But once we clear the skin, clear that skin noise, as I call it, everything changes. Skin looks firmer, smoother, and more lifted without ever touching deeper structures. It's like wiping fog off of a mirror. The glow was there all along. And the good news, you can do this at home. The better news, you don't need expensive lasers. I'm going to show you an exact study in a moment to prove this. Save you thousands of bucks. I also have a 50% off offer for those of you not already on it. Or 12-step products to fix it. You don't need a $1,200 RF microneedling session or a celebrity facial with a wait list longer than your passport renewal. Just one ingredient used the right way can silence the static and bring the clarity back. It's not trendy, it's not expensive, and most people unfortunately are using it wrong. But not you today. Used correctly, it's your skin's backstage pass to the spotlight. Used incorrectly, it can trigger irritation, worsen inflammation, and set your skin back weeks. So what is it? It's an ingredient called niacinamide. Let me show you today how to use it smart, based on real science, practical experience, and the 2 ways that I recommend it for maximal results in my patients. Let's break it down. Think of niacinamide like grandma's 12-in-1 kitchen gadget. It promised to blend, to dice, to change your life, right? Didn't work. But this one, niacinamide, actually delivers. Niacinamide used like I'll tell you today. It will, number 1, reduce visible pores. That's great. Number 2, balance sebum production, the all-important microbiome. Number 3, it calms inflammation and acne. 47% of patients walking into my door complain of reds, especially with wine or spicy foods. When you want to look your best, this is when those flare up, so we want to get rid of them. I know many of you out there, you can relate to this. Number 4, it boosts ceramides and cholesterol in your barrier. Remember your face fat? That produces estrogen in your face. If, and it's a big if, your skin barrier is working. Niacinamide assists that. Number 5, fades hyperpigmentation. Number 6, improves hydration. And remember, hydrated skin, proven in studies, looks 33% younger than dehydrated skin. This is studied. It's that important. Number 7, niacinamide fights glycation, one of the silent collagen killers, along with, of course, UV light. This all adds up to that skin noise I've been talking about. And for those that may not know about glycation, I'll link a video at the end. Glycation is what makes your skin stiff and saggy. Not good. We lose bounce, like over-baked leather. Niacinamide helps keep the skin bouncy and responsive. Let's look at the science before the step-by-step routine. And remember, if you like these videos, click like and subscribe. It helps me and the YouTube algorithm know that you like these all-natural solutions for skin glow and lift. So when we look at acne studies, 4%, so now you know the concentration, 4% niacinamide gel, it was a gel form, performed comparably to 1% clindamycin. Clindamycin is a powerful antibiotic with many side effects. Niacinamide, powerful, but without those side effects of a powerful antibiotic like clindamycin. So that's absolutely amazing. But look at this study. 5% niacinamide moisturizer was applied topically to facial hyperpigmentation, think melasma here, in Japanese women, so mainly skin type 4, a difficult skin type to treat typically. Niacinamide resulted in significant reductions in pigmentation compared to the vehicle, which is the placebo. But the real magic was in the mechanism. This is what I want you to know. You see, the improvement was not due to decreased melanin production, as many would assume. Melanin produces your pigment. This is how other products work. Instead, the effect of niacinamide came from inhibiting the transfer of melanosomes from melanocytes to the keratinocytes, to your skin cells. In layman's terms, this means niacinamide doesn't stop the melanin from forming, but rather it instead blocks the handoff. And that subtle difference in mechanism is what makes it safer, more stable, and less inflammatory than traditional pigment inhibitors. Think hydroquinone, which is banned in some countries. I actually like hydroquinone, but I know some of you don't want to be on it. And in some countries, you can't even get it, or the concentrations are limited. So niacinamide's a go-to in those circumstances. So here is the study, the effect of niacinamide on reducing cutaneous, so skin, pigmentation and suppression of the melanosome transfer. I want you to pay attention here. Before we go on, I've pinned a special for you to the top of the comments in the more info section below this video so you can take advantage of half off of my Plasmasomes microneedling kit with any purchase of Plasma Store Volufiline Cream today. 50% off for 50 hours only. You see, Plasmasomes microneedling kit not only has niacinamide, also the plasmasomes, which are pointed signals for your skin, and a skin lightening agent called tranexamic acid. Plasmasomes come with a derma roller. If you've never done it before, I also have a free course. And this kit is half off with your Plasma Store Volufiline today. It's only for viewers of this YouTube channel, so you need to follow the link at the top of the comments. I pinned it. It's also in the more info section. Then apply the coupon code I provided. Cutaneous hyperpigmentation occurs in multiple conditions. We know that. Melasma, sun damage, just age, of course, post-treatment from, of course, if you're getting RF microneedling, chemical peels, we call that post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. In addition, many Asian women, here it is, desire a lighter skin color. So when I'm in Asia, all over the trains and the planes, on the bins where you put your luggage and everything, there's all this skincare for skin lightening, skin whitening. But we can learn a lot from that. Thus, there's need for the development of skin lightening agents. It's huge over there. Niacinamide is a possible candidate. Well, we know it is. Let's look at this, though. It gets more interesting. Look here. This is what they did. To investigate the effects of niacinamide on melanogenesis, so the formation of the browns, in vitro, so in glass, in a lab, and here's the kicker, on facial hyperpigmentation and skin color in vivo, so in real life, and this is done in Japanese women. Look at the results. Well, first of all, this is key. We need to know. If we look at the people, the clinical trials included 18 subjects they had hyperpigmentation existing. Look, here's your dose. They used 5% niacinamide moisturizer and a vehicle moisturizer. So that means one with no actives in it. And it was a paired design. And then they took 120 subjects with facial tanning who were assigned to 2 of 3 treatments. But here's the important part. They used the vehicle, so the placebo, then a sunscreen and 2% niacinamide. It's exactly why I use niacinamide in my sunscreen, because when people use it, they're going to get the niacinamide, and it's great for most people. Changes in facial hyperpigmentation and skin color, remember they wanted to look at skin lightening, were objectively, that's the key, objectively measured by computer analysis. Subjective measurement would mean by an investigator or a blinded investigator looking at it. But in this case, they used a computer. We like that. That's objective evidence. Here's the results, and this is key to know. Here's the results, and here's key findings. In the clinical studies, niacinamide significantly, keyword, decrease hyperpigmentation and increase skin lightness compared to the vehicle alone, so compared to the placebo, after 4 weeks of use. There it is. There's your dose, and there is the amount of time it takes. A lot of things aren't instant, but occur over time. I love niacinamide, and the lighter the skin, the less brown spots, the more uniform the complexion reflects what? Light back that looks youthful. Now listen here, because this is key for you guys. When did people see results? Improvements in the study were visible after just 4 weeks, and get this, stronger results came at 8 weeks. Why is that important? It means the longer you use it, the better it gets. A lot of times skincare levels off and you don't get more benefits after a certain time, but it continues. We're going to look at another study in a second, but for those of you on the NAD bandwagon, and I did a complete video on NAD you can watch, it's that longevity molecule that fuels energy and repair in your skin cells. Well, niacinamide boosts this. So there's another benefit some people might see and purport. Now, how are you going to use it? Well, sure, you can find niacinamide in a serum, and as we saw in the study, often that works well. But if you want real, cumulative results, placement is everything. I actually use it in my sunscreen, my Age Defense SPF 45. As we see from the study, it worked well in a sunscreen as a carrier. You want to look in your sunscreen that you're using now. It might just be in there because many people have added niacinamide in sunscreens based on the fact that studies show that it works within a sunscreen. And here's the other thing I like about it. I know many of you wear sunscreen every day, so I know you'll get your niacinamide whether I tell you or not. It's in there. Number 2, and here's how it really shines. Exactly how I see it work best with my clients. Let's look at this method here before I tell you a few of the huge mistakes that so many people they make with niacinamide. This one, and the best method I like, is with microneedling or derma rolling. This is where things get clinical. If you have a medical grade product right now at home that's meant for derma rolling or microneedling, you can 5-level up your results to avoid in-clinic treatments. Now this is key. I'm not talking about a serum that's meant for your skin or topical, but one that's actually built for microneedling. When you check yours, you might see that it's made in a lab. Maybe you see it's sterile, or it comes in a kit with a derma roller or microneedler. That doesn't insure you because there's a lot of fakes, a lot of Franken products, and a lot of misleading products out there. But just make sure it's one that's meant for microneedling. Here's one example, the Plasma Zones microneedling kit. It pairs a medical grade derma roller, stainless steel, sterile, with an optimized serum that contains niacinamide and also something that lightens the skin, tranexamic acid, along with the fact that it's made in a USA lab and it has signals that are targeted to help renew the appearance of your skin and collagen. Now, why a combo like that? Because microneedling creates temporary microchannels, tiny windows into your skin's deeper layers. And tranexamic acid alongside niacinamide is one of the most effective combos for stubborn pigmentation, especially melasma and PIH. Skin lightening and brightening. It cleans up what? That noise I was talking about. After this video, you can watch my complete video on tranexamic acid if you've never heard about that, because I love that one too. And some of you might use it as a standalone. I know a lot of people on YouTube and TikTok, Instagram talk about that. Again, you want to get your information not from TikTokers or people that aren't seeing patients in real life. When you want to know about these acids, especially for your face, try and get a good source of information as best you can. I'll link my video on tranexamic acid at the end. In fact, a 2023 study out of Thailand, researchers compared 4%, again, 4% niacinamide cream alone versus, get this, 4% niacinamide plus a 1064 nanometer picosecond laser. That's one that we use in clinics for stubborn brown spots. So they combined it with a laser to see if the laser would add anything to it. They used a split face design, which we love, in skin type 4 and 5. Remember, those are the tougher patients to treat for pigments, so that's great. We took a tough population to test it in, not the easy ones. So with the split face, the one side of the face got the 1064 laser and the 4% niacinamide, and the other side just had the 4% niacinamide cream. Alone, no laser. And the study went for 12 weeks. Here's the shocking discovery. Both sides of the face showed significant improvement in pigmentation scores and melanin index. This was the surprising part that no one expected, because you would think that the laser would be very additive to your results, because that's a great laser. But there was no statistically significant difference between the laser plus niacinamide side and the niacinamide only side at the 12-week mark. That's how powerful niacinamide can be. Okay, I thought this was a super interesting study. Look, a comparative study of the clinical effectiveness and tolerability, because inflammation kills collagen and your skin, so it has to be tolerable, of a 1064 picosecond laser combined with, here's your dose, 4% niacinamide in a cream versus only 4% niacinamide cream alone in the treatment. And this is melasma in Thai patients. Again, most of them are going to be skin type 4, very, very difficult crew. Okay, here we are. The study aims to compare the efficacy, which is the effectiveness, and the tolerance using the combination of a 1064 picosecond laser. Now, when we use a laser, of course, we could remove all of the skin. We could burn it off. But that's why they talk about tolerance. There's a positive and a negative there. The more aggressive we get, oftentimes the more risk we're going to then get of what? Hyperpigmentation after the procedure. So tolerance is key here, because skin and melanin and melasma, it's very finicky. But they use the laser, and there's your dose, 4% niacinamide cream versus, here it is, 4% niacinamide cream alone to treat the melasma. And there was 20 Thai subjects with bilateral melasma, so on both sides of the face. So each subject was randomly treated with a split face method. That's pretty unique and amazing, because half the face got one treatment and the other half got the other. It's somewhat ideal when you can do that. Not everyone in a study is willing to do it. I've been able to do that with PRF in some cases, but you have to be careful, because you're treating half of someone's face. You only get one face. But that was kind of them, okay, to do that. And they were treated with a 1064 laser combined with the 4% niacinamide cream and the cream alone. Okay, all subjects received the treatments at 4 weeks, at 4-week intervals for 12 weeks. So there's your time, 12 weeks. Baseline and post-treatment hemifacial modified melasma area severity index, or the MMASI. That's a way to score things. We do that with tons of things, including fillers. A scoring system so that we can keep it kind of as objective as we can. And they were assessed based on the photographs. That's pretty good. At 12 weeks, the treatment, the mean standard deviation hemifacial score showed significantly improved from baseline on each side. So each treatment worked, whether you got the laser and the niacinamide or the niacinamide alone. But here it is. Two sides showed no statistically significant differences in the score and melanin index. That shows you how powerful niacinamide actually is. When you add a laser, this is a powerful in-clinic laser, you get no more benefit. You see, it goes to show just how much you can actually do at home. After 25 years of treating faces, formulating products, and training doctors worldwide, I'll say this. It's not about using more products, it's about using the right ones in the right way at the right time. So the laser didn't help, but what does work to up your results? Enhancing absorption. And that's where the derma rolling and microneedling come in. Now, if you want something free, I go through rollers, stamps like this one. I test a lot of these, and microneedling pens in my free course. I'll link that free course and pin it to the top of the comments in this video, because I know many of you are always wondering, should I use a stamp? Should I use a roller? Should I use a pen? Which one is best? I tell you exactly, along with depths in the free course that I'll link for you. Or you can simply go to store.rajanimd.com and click on school. It's where I have all my free courses on so many things for you. So now we know niacinamide works, but when paired with the right delivery method like microneedling, you're not just applying it, you're activating it. So I talked about big mistakes people make. What are they? Well, here's where people mess up. Two main things. Number one, they overdo niacinamide. They think 15% is better than 5%. It's not. In fact, 5% has been shown to be just as effective without the irritation risk. In our studies, we looked at 4%. That's great too. Number 2 is inappropriate layering. Particularly, people layer it and try and layer it with L-ascorbic acid, a water-soluble form of vitamin C. Unless your skin is seasoned and your barrier is robust, you don't want to do that. Niacinamide does play well in the sandbox, but best with hydrating agents. Think peptides, barrier building support, not low pH exfoliants. Start glow, go slow. That's how you win the long game with active skincare. Now, if you've never microneedled before, my free course walks you through everything. How to prep the skin, how to roll, what are the depths to avoid, and how to pair actives like niacinamide and tranexamic acid for the best results. You'll learn how to actually use these tools, not just buy them. It's linked in the more info and pinned to the comments, and it's yours for free. You'll now want to watch this video all about derma rolling and one down here on gua sha to inexpensively and naturally sculpt your face.